This might be one of the most awkward models I've ever tried to build. And by the end of this video, it might be the coolest that I've ever painted. Because right now, it looks like this. And when we are done though, we're going to be left with a swirling ball of energy. It'll be reality tearing, gem encrusted, a diva of doom. And let it be known that none of this was my choice. Welcome back to the VIP Painting Commission series, the series where, yes, we host friendly painting programs in our channel Discord, where each of our channel members will select their own painting challenge for the month, and then at the end of the month, we spin a wheel to randomly determine who our winner is. If you win, you name a model and I buy it, paint it, and post it across the world to you. So yes, that means that every episode in this series, I have the control pulled out from under me. You get a lovely painted miniature, and I get to step outside of my comfort zone, and that should make me a better painter, right? Right. This month's winner was Warswine, and he has selected for me to paint the
Yncarne.
The chili con carne. If you don't know anything about this particular character or the model itself, good, you're not meant to. We'll discover it together as we go. And any of the painting techniques that you like the look of, you can apply that to any of the minis that you're currently working on. With that, let's begin. To understand what the Yncarne is, first, we need to understand the Eldar. In the grimdark far future sci-fi universe known as Warhammer 40,000, the Eldar, known as the Eldari, are the space elves. So in your mind, you should be picturing that they are slim and sleek designs, and they are an ancient alien race with highly advanced technology, and because they've been around for so long, they are very psychically attuned. As with most races in Warhammer 40k, the Eldar can be broken down into sub-factions. There's your normal dorky kind, but then there's more intense ones, like the kind that will be sadistic and torture others, all in an attempt to stave off the chaos god of excess known as Slaanesh, or also known as She Who Thirsts. And there's the Yncarne. They follow the god of the dead named Ynid, and deep breath, we're almost there. The Yncarne here is an avatar of Ynid. So to the Eldar, the Yncarne is a figure of hope reborn. Maybe, but more so, just the deepest dread. This universe is brutal. Welcome. Anyway, back to me suffering. In this hobby, you can do what I do and paint models because it's relaxing and fun, but you can also get them out on your kitchen table and roll dice on the tabletop as well. In gameplay, the Yncarne doesn't deploy with the rest of the models. Instead, when something dies, it will appear and reappear and reappear. That's pretty cool. I mentioned that painting models is fun, but this model is killing me. Through the magic of editing, I can pick and choose what clips to show and delete the other 6 hours of me in absolute struggle town trying to get this thing together. I'm also starting to realize just how many gems are on this model and that I'm gonna have to paint. How long's that been there? Now remember this moment, because choosing to completely assemble the model and not attempt a sub-assembly may lead to some tears later. And also remember that in this series, we celebrate the incredible work from our Discord members during the program. We split them up into little groups to break up the action in the painting and give them some love in the comments and on their social media, as it will only take you a second, but it will make their day. This big swirling vortex of death energy is much larger than the humanoid figure in the middle, and the way it ascends and curls its way around the model and then becomes part of the flowing hair and the fractured torso, I think this gives us a really cool opportunity to have shifting color gradients, and if we are left with a model that looks static, then I've failed. So the airbrush is out and I'll start putting down some base colors, and whilst hunting around online for inspiration, many of the models I spotted were quite bright, which makes sense. However, I asked Warswine why he selected this model, and he says it's for a spin-off smaller tactical game called Kill Team. There's a great new mode in Kill Team where you can play solo and your squad has the pleasure and pressure of a boss fight. He wants the Yncarne to be the first big test for his squad of Marines, so I think in a ruined Gothic city setting like this, that it would look terrifying and more fitting if our avatar of death started from a darker base and was bursting from the rubble or a sacred statue. Meaning a black prime for the base, and yeah, there will be bright highlights to come down the line, but for now I'm picking out colours like dark blues and purples. I'll end this stint with the airbrush with some lush white hair. My goal here is to keep the model dark down the bottom, but then our brightest colours are rising up throughout, so it's like they're being transferred through the energy of the vortex. Brushes out, and with the body of our Yncarne, I think if I airbrush the same colours, then it will get lost. But it also needs to be connected through colour to our vortex, or none of this makes sense. So my goal is to have the Yncarne painted blue, but that torso connection area, there I want the colours to mush together to capture this transformation. I feel calm when everything is neat and tidy, and that's likely represented on my wet palette with those paint drops. Don't be this organised. This is the wet palette of a madman. As I'm painting away today, you will see a range of different techniques like layering, glazing, edge highlighting, and wet blending. If you are new to the hobby and some of that is going over your head, don't worry. You don't need to be doing all of this just yet. Today's video is about having fun and talking about the hobby of painting minis. Myself and many other mini painting channels have loads of videos up where we explore these techniques in depth. So with this video, let's find some other takeaways, such as I'm painting a model that I hadn't really heard of before, and it looks very different to what I'm used to painting. So by stepping out of my comfort zone, I'm learning about a new slice of the Warhammer 40k story, and I'm forced to solve some painting puzzles that I hadn't considered before. This is how you and I will grow as mini painters. We spoke recently in another video about how some of us can lose the motivation for painting when we are slogging through one particular army and we're either batch painting or repeatedly painting the same scheme over and over again. Many of you recommended taking a break between the squads for your armies and having a palette cleanser model. Hey, if you're painting black Raven Guard power armor over and over again, break out these vibrant colors and get working on some shiny gems. But it can be daunting when you're in a hobby funk and you're struggling to set everything back up and to get paint on your models. And that's where we come in. Honestly, come check out the Discord. These amazing people go through it from time to time as well, and not only do we motivate one another to keep going, but we absolutely celebrate each time someone posts their pretty photos of their completed models. So let's check out some more of them. Proxy Wargaming are the lovely long-term sponsors of this series, and early on in the piece, they reached out and asked me, what is it that we can do to absolutely spoil your monthly winners? So I perform daring daylight clandestine operations on each of the Discord members to discover what it is that they're into. And Warswine has been absolutely loving playing Arc Raiders. Don't you? So I got these miniatures from Skullforge and they've been printed up by the team over at Proxy Wargaming in high quality, fine detail resin, and they're going to be thrown into the care package and on their way to you soon. Proxy Wargaming offer an affordable, high quality resin printing service. So if you don't own a 3D printer, but you spot online some STLs for models that you really want, or perhaps some additional parts to decorate your minis, well, you don't need to miss out. Do what I do and get in touch with their team. Now, back to the painting. Now I'm rotating the model and hunting for all of those finishing touches. I really enjoy this phase of any project because by now, a lot of the self-doubt and the unknown has disappeared because I have a pretty good idea of how the model will look when I'm finished. And if time is on my side like it is here, then I can settle in and paint more layered highlights to our swirling energy. White paint on a model doesn't need to be flat and lifeless. Because it's grown from the purple energy, then I can create a very light tint by thinning down a wash or a speed paint. That barely left a stain on my fingernail, so I know it's going to be subtle and appropriate to go over that lush flowing hair. It's also very tricky to highlight white. How do we go even brighter? So by tinting my base coat and letting it dry, I can now highlight with bright white again, and that right there is how I have managed to highlight white with white today. To finish the model, I'll be ending with some glowing areas. The eyes and those pieces of ancient ruins that are cracked and being launched upwards, I'm adding this bright white into the carved lines and rune markings. I picture that normally in this temple they are just plain stone, but with her psychic energy, it's charged something dormant in them and they're having a reaction. White ink is now being sprayed over and around those same areas to act as a glowing light, and we get to pick the colours if we use semi-transparent inks. I'll follow the pattern I currently have, so a bluey green in the lower sections and then shifting into a magenta as we get higher. I want to share with you some more of our amazing community's finished models, and then we can discover how my model has turned out. Look out, because now it's my turn. Here is the newly manifested embodiment of the god of the dead. All of that swirling vortex energy, all of those gems, it is the Yncarne. I'll show you some more Discord members' models shortly as we round out the video, but first I want to say thanks. Thanks so much for your support, and support comes in different ways. It can be through watching the videos or recommending them to your mates, or using the affiliate links down below when you buy your models and your paints. Honestly, all of it's appreciated. Some of you are proper wild though, and you're supporting me financially over a Patreon. I honestly don't know what I've done to deserve this, but to show my appreciation for you, I've swallowed a different coloured gemstone for each of you that are supporting me, which means that statistically, I'm in pretty bad shape. I really need to get to hospital. Warswine, your Yncarne is ready. And I'm going to carefully wrap it up for you and post it out, and I reckon it might even arrive before this video comes out. I honestly love this series of painting videos because I get to share the painting journey with each of you. And I found a way that I get to paint my models with my friends from all over the world. Thank you so much for hanging out till the end of the video. And here are the final Discord members' painted miniatures. And I will see you on the next video. I spoke a little about the other videos in this series, and yes, you can find them all here in this one playlist. You can click on the playlist, check out all the different thumbnails, and find a model that looks interesting for you. And if you're unsure, may I recommend the Lord of Skulls? Crazy model, crazier video.